Renovations at Cessna Stadium wrapping up at Wichita State University just in time for the state track meet, which starts on Friday. Keith Grant in the newsroom with when phase 2 of renovations will start. Keith?
Yeah, Mike, phase 2 will start after state track, thank goodness. So there will be minimal disruptions to the meet this weekend. If you're heading to the stadium this weekend, here's those new things you may notice. Phase 1 renovations primarily happening on the east side of the stadium with new seating for 5,800 people, a ticket pavilion, renovated restrooms, and a new plaza.
We see it as a long-time future home for state high school track as well. So we wanted to make sure capacity was right, configuration was right.
All right, WSU says the stadium's renovations will happen in 4 phases, which will cost nearly $20 million. But today, the university announced the project is currently under budget. Mike, Rachel?